Here's the twist. The Nothing Phone 4a might actually be the most nothing phone you can buy right now. And that's not because it's the best, it's because it's the only one left with the classic Glyph vibe. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. See, while other nothing phones have moved on to a more subtle design, this one sticks to that original identity, just simplified. Instead of the full Glyph interface, you now get a single LED strip called the Glyph bar. It's smaller, less flashy, but still carries that signature tech aesthetic. And weirdly, that alone might be enough to attract a certain type of buyer. But here's the real question. Does it actually make sense to buy this over the Pro version, especially when they're so similar on paper? This matters because the mid-range market in 2026 is brutally competitive. Phones like the Google Pixel 9a and Samsung Galaxy A56 5G are pushing serious performance, better cameras, and longer software supports, all at similar prices. So for the Nothing Phone 4a to stand out, it has to offer something genuinely different, not just look cool. And to be fair, it does a few things really well. The design is still one of its biggest strengths. You get that transparent back, the exposed tech pattern underneath, and a clean, futuristic look that almost no other phone is trying right now. It feels familiar if you've seen older Nothing devices, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's lightweight, comfortable, and even though it uses a plastic frame instead of aluminum, it actually helps with grip. On the front, there's a 6.8-inch AMOLED display. It's big, sharp, and smooth with a 120 Hz refresh rate. Brightness is solid too, easily usable outdoors. Honestly, this is one of those areas where the 4a feels closer to a premium phone than its price suggests. Then there's the Essential button, a small but interesting addition. It lets you quickly capture screenshots or record voice notes, which are automatically organized using on-device AI. It's not revolutionary, but it's practical. Over time, it could actually become one of those features you rely on without realizing. Performance is where things start to get a bit more complicated. The phone runs on a Snapdragon 7S Gen 4, and that S matters. It's a slightly cut-down version compared to what you'd find in the Pro model. In everyday use, it's fine. Scrolling, apps, multitasking, no real issues. But when you push it harder, like gaming or heavy processing, you'll notice the gap. It's about 25% slower in benchmarks compared to the Pro version, and it also uses older LTDDR4X RAM instead of the newer LPDDR5X. That's the kind of detail that doesn't hurt today, but might matter a couple of years down the line. Cameras are another mixed bag. On paper, it looks impressive. 50-megapixel main sensor, ultra-wide, even a periscope zoom lens. But in real-world use, the results are just okay. Photos tend to have limited dynamic range, colors can feel overly processed, and consistency between lenses isn't perfect. They're not bad shots, perfectly fine for social media, but if camera quality is your top priority, something like the Pixel 9a is still in a different league. Video has similar issues. Overexposure, oversaturation, and even a small bug where focus doesn't adjust properly when zooming mid-recording. That said, Nothing has a good track record of improving cameras with updates, so there's some hope here. Battery life, though, is solid. You get a 5,080 mAh battery, and thanks to the efficient chip and lightweight software, it comfortably lasts a full day, even more if your usage is light. Charging is decent too. 50-watt wired gets you over 50% in about 30 minutes. No wireless charging, but that's expected at this price. Software is actually one of the highlights. Nothing OS 4.1, based on Android 16, is clean, minimal, and refreshingly free of clutter. It feels fast, looks unique, and focuses on reducing distractions rather than adding unnecessary features. You also get 3 major Android updates and 4 years of security patches, which is respectable. So where does that leave us? The Nothing Phone 4a is a bit of a compromised device. It keeps the design identity, offers a great display, smooth software, and strong battery life, but it cuts corners in performance, materials, and camera quality to hit a lower price. If your budget is tight, it's a solid option, especially if you like the design and the overall vibe Nothing is going for.
But if you're thinking long-term, or you want the best camera and performance in this range, you might want to look elsewhere, or just stretch a bit more for the Pro, because the 4A isn't trying to be the best phone in its class. It's trying to be the most nothing phone left. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.